And so we're encouraging folks, how do we represent Los Angeles? By saying hello, getting to know your neighbors, and building bridges, especially right now in this moment. And learn to say hello in a different language. It can have such an amazing effect for non-English speakers. So we can let them know that LA is for everyone and we care about them. And we're trying to show the world what LA is really about.
Well, my dear friend Hugo was talking and reminded me that we had our hello moment too. I get elected to the city council. Hugo gets elected to the city council. Folks were just assuming who we were and telling us who we were and that we wouldn't get along. You know what we did? We just said hello. We had coffee and we sat down and we talked. And as we were talking, we realized what is inevitable in every one of these conversations that you have with someone who you don't know. You create connection. Begins with hello, but it ends with what do we believe together?
Yo Say Hello es una campaña que sirve como un recordatorio a todos angelinos que para poder conectarnos y estar unidos, usualmente solo hay un simple paso, y ese paso es dar los saludos uno a otro. El decir hola, el decir buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches, puede cambiar tanto y tener tan gran impacto en nuestra comunidad.
People just saying hello, it seems like a small gesture, but it goes far. And we want to be intentional to give people that vehicle to know that it's okay to just say hello, to break down barriers and to build bridges for a better Los Angeles.
LA City Rec and Parks Department joined with the Clippers and took a pickup basketball league to a citywide level. Opening up sports as an outlet for young men has been a game changer for them, both on and off the court.
We're at Michelle and Barack Obama Sports Complex, where we have this fabulous league sponsored by the Los Angeles Clippers. It's been going on for years. We've been running it here, and it's a special league.
The league been around for a while. It used to be pickup throughout the city with just different communities and stuff like that. The Clippers took it over, and working in conjunction with Rec and Parks, every community has a Rec and Park. Yeah, people not sure if they could come here and play and stuff like that, but people like us, we make sure everything is safe for those different communities that can come here.
You know, with recreation and parks, our kids be here from 4 to like they 16 years old. And then after that, you know, they off on their own. They go to high school, they go to college, and then, you know, they don't have nothing to do. Now, if they don't make it in college or they're just out there in the streets, anything can happen to them, you know what I mean? So it's important that we cater to our 18 to 25-year-old because, you know, that's still developing. We gotta have something for those kids to do too as well.
Sports has opened up many doors for me to be who I am now. I go to Cal State Dominguez, go Toros. As of right now, I'm a physical education teacher. Right now, that's my major at Cal State Dominguez. I got 2 degrees from LA Harbor College as well. So, you know, but I'm an inner city kid that made a lot of mistakes, but that's why I'm here to share my knowledge.
They need to have more programs like this. For the kids to have these kind of opportunities is just no comparison. We get all walks of life. You got people that actually are in college that maybe be able to get to a higher level. You have people that are not in college that actually gets in because of this program. It's something that they need. All of us need it.
It's a good thing for all of the communities because you got some real competition out here. You got a lot of dudes that's upscale in their basketball talent.
These are the kind of things that we try to provide and have these young men come together and have a good time.
The city's emergency management department is making sure a new generation is prepared. At its Camp Ready LA, young Angelinos got insight into emergency response procedures and the opportunity to check out careers in the field.
We're here at the City of Los Angeles Emergency Operations Center, and this week is our 4th annual Camp Ready LA week in the City of LA. So Camp Ready LA is a week-long program that we facilitate here at the Emergency Management Department. It's designed to expose 18 to 24-year-olds about the profession of emergency management and other public safety sectors and disciplines. The campers go through a number of different activities over the course of the week that will familiarize them with emergency management planning topics, emergency response procedures like fire extinguishers and first aid, and ultimately they'll leave at the end of the week with a better skill set and familiarization with the emergency management profession.
I've enjoyed learning more about emergency management, about CRT, the crisis response team. I didn't know that existed, especially here in Los Angeles. We had a course on the bleed out. We put out a fire. We learned how to use a fire extinguisher. Just very interesting, very rewarding.
I wanted to know how else the city of LA, like all of them help each other out. I wasn't too familiar with all of that, so I wanted to get a deeper understanding of what goes on behind the scenes. We also just been talking about what the Emergency Operations Center does and how it helps out the community, and there's just so much that I'm learning about that I didn't know about before.
Actually have a better idea of all the different things that city employees do. I mean, it's not just like the things you see with, you know, LAFD, LAPD, like there's people like in the background, and so it's really exciting to see.
So I actually started as a camper here. I was a participant of the Camp Ready LA program, and from there I got interested in emergency management, and I applied to be a fellow here at the Emergency Management Department. When I was a camper, I was just interested in what emergency management could be, and now that I have the experience doing Emergency Operations Center activations, I know what it's like to be behind the scenes and actually help the community, and I think that's what's the most rewarding about this.
I would definitely recommend any student, high school, I think it's 18 to 24, anybody in the age range that qualifies or that could take this program to definitely apply and do this program. It definitely opens up a lot of doors. You get to meet a lot of people. I've met a lot of great people here so far. Even if you're not entirely sure what you want to do, or if you're studying something unrelated, this is great to kind of just get your foot in the door and kind of really start that like next part of adult life.
We caught up with the Office of LA City Attorney Heidi Feldstein Soto. The team are meeting with seniors to connect them with available resources and get feedback on services they would like to see in their neighborhood.
The City Attorney's Office is... Today we are here in Council District 10, specifically at Jim Gillian Park, and we are meeting with our seniors in the community. This is a program that the City Attorney's Office has been doing for the past about 5 months now. We have visited various council districts. This is our 6th-day event today, and essentially the goal is to bring services and to introduce our seniors to the various departments and services that the City of LA as well as nonprofits across the city provide.
A lot of the times as seniors age, they're retired, they're out the loop. So when you have an opportunity to bring the information and services directly to them, they feel a lot more empowered, and it's one of the best ways of how we build community, is to inform each other, keep each other in the loop with what's happening, and you have an opportunity to mastermind different ways that we can get the information to them and ways that they can contribute to what they also want to see and not just what we want to offer.
We've received some great feedback from community members, and we are happy to continue hosting these events. Right now, we are aiming to host at least one event at a different council district each month.
It's really essential for all programs if we're going to thrive and provide services that are well-meaning. A lot of times people are interested in doing one-off events, but I think when you can have a web, it generates that real care that can grow, and you can be so creative, and then when you combine the resources, I think the sky is the limit.
Mayor Bass issues an emergency executive order related to the Palisades. A new guide will support City of LA childcare providers, and the LA Zoo now has 2 Tasmanian devils on view. These stories up next on City Beat.
Following an executive order by California Governor Newsom, Mayor Karen Bass has issued an emergency executive order to prohibit Senate Bill 9 within a very high fire hazard severity zone. Bass noted developers could have changed single-family lots into multiple residences, further challenging ingress and egress in the fire-damaged Palisades. According to Bass, Senate Bill 9 was not originally intended to be used in the rebuilding of a community decimated by the worst natural disaster LA has ever seen. Under this emergency executive order, the City of LA will not accept or process applications for projects within the Palisades fire area. For more information, visit mayor.lacity.gov/press. The Community Investment for Families Department has partnered with Councilmember Nithya Raman to launch a new child care toolkit. The Starting Strong Guide is designed to help in the process of beginning and growing child care businesses and to give support to existing child care operations. The Community Investment for Families Department reports that in the last decade, the City of LA has had a significant shortage in licensed child care, with only 22% of children up to age 5 having licensed care. According to Councilmember Raman, this community investment in child care providers will have an impact on future generations of Angelenos. For more information, visit communityinvestment.lacity.gov/articles. In partnership with the Australian government, the LA Zoo has received 2 Tasmanian devils named Danny Zuko and Crush. Tasmanian devils are indigenous only to Tasmania, an island state of Australia where they are the top predator. According to LA Zoo, Tasmanian devils are marsupials with the strongest bite force relative to body size of any mammal. This is the first time in 5 years that the zoo has Tasmanian devils, and they can now be seen in the Animals of Australia habitat. For more information, visit lazoo.org.
This small garden at the fire station in Woodland Hills is really only a patch, but into this patch goes a lot of community heart, and the seeds that have been planted there are now yielding some real fruits and veggies.
So we are here at Fire Station 84. We are going to be taking a look at the very abundant summer garden that we first started about a year ago. We've had 4 seasons now and everything's thriving. So this seemed like a good time to show everyone what we're up to here at Station 84 in Woodland Hills.
Okay, whoa.
There were a bunch of rose bushes that were not being taken care of. I went around, I asked everyone, does anyone care about them? And the response I got commonly was, do whatever you want with them. I fortunately teamed up with one of the local community members named Jill. We call her the plant lady, and she had a pretty heavy hand in making this garden happen.
So we kind of immediately got to work planning the concept, and it's just gone so much better than we could have even hoped for.
A lot of people are surprised how small the garden is, but it produces a big volume of produce and vegetables, and I think it's great.
So it supplements what the firefighters are already cooking. I mean, we kind of all know a pound of tomatoes is kind of expensive, so it does offset the cost of their food bills a little bit.
Having fresh fruits and vegetables does taste different, and it's rewarding. It brings me joy. I think it's great for all of us mentally. It helps us out.
It also builds community, and I think that's something really special about gardens. It brings people together, and that's something that this garden has also been doing, where the community is coming out, so we are inspiring people.
It's going in the salad tonight, boys.
The greatest thing that I take away from the garden is getting a bunch of firefighters and the community together to make something special happen. First, it wasn't easy, but it's come together in such a magical way that I'm pretty stoked about it.
Hers is a lasting legacy which began with her wish to learn how to read. The extraordinary life of Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune was honored by the Los Angeles Public Library at the branch that bears her name.
Today we're celebrating the memory of Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune. We've been dedicated to her memory, and we just thought this would be a great time, her 150th birthday.
We have a library that's named for our founder, and it does such wonderful work here in the community, and it's been here for a while. We were so proud and so happy to get that invitation to come and do this presentation here at this library.
And we have 4 or 5 readers talking to us about the legacy of Dr. Bethune and the work they're doing for the community.
We're happy to see all these smiling faces. I'm going to kind of start it off and give everybody a little bit background and history and so forth, but then I'm going to let the other ladies kind of share some input from their own personal experiences.
I look at her as a role model whose legacy transcended decades after decades after decades.
What I really like to say in reading about Mary McLeod Bethune was a full circle moment for us as women right now.
To honor this woman, who I don't even know, is just amazing. And the more I've grown with NCNW, the more I've learned about her.
Her parents were slaves, and she was told that she could never be educated. And her one wish was to learn to read. Once she learned to read, the world was open to her, and she just went from there. She was the first African-American lady who worked with a number of different organizations. She was actually president of the NAACP one time. She was president of the Urban League one time. She figured out that there was power in numbers, so she wanted to put everyone together so that they could have one voice. And that still resonates today, because the issues that we had then are the issues that we still have now.
The sun's out, and there's no better time for getting the community together and hanging out at the rec center, especially when water's involved. Everyone gets to jump in before the summer slides away.
This is our summer kickoff bash, so we're welcoming the summer to our community. We've got water jumpers, we've got food, we've got ices. Basically what this is we're telling the community the summer's here. We want to get the community members together at the rec center. We're here with Resilient. It's a community outreach program. And again, it's all about making a wonderful, safe summer for our community.
We're offering goodie bags for the kids, including backpacks and school supplies for back to school. All our kids are going back to school in a month or so. And we have a lot of activities here for the kids. Water slides, jumpers, face painting, and we're serving lunch for all the members of the community who come by here today.
In spite of recent events, we just want people to know that the City of Los Angeles is still here for them. It cares about them. It wants them to know that we have resources, we have numbers they can call, we have programs that can help them. Unfortunately, a lot of them might not know about this, and we just are here today spreading the word, letting them know that it's here for them.
Hey, you guys, come over here.
It's a great opportunity to bring people from the community together. You know, a lot of times in these kind of neighborhoods, we might be neighbors, but we might not be friends. And this is a perfect opportunity for us to come and meet each other and get together and break bread all in one place.
The Los Angeles Public Library has a lot more than books on offer. Step into the Mid-Valley Branch Library and you could be stepping up your physical and mental health. This is the spot for welcoming and enthusiastic community class of Zumba.
Here at the Mid-Valley Library today, we have our weekly Zumba class on Saturday mornings. The 9:30 class is for adults, and we have a 10:30 session for children. It's sponsored by our friends of the Mid-Valley Library.
We love to come, my daughter and I, because
We like to help our help. We feel more comfortable, more happy after the class.
We have an enthusiastic group of adults that come every week for the class. They like to get out, they like to meet people in the community, helps them move around and exercise and stay sharp and stay fit. And it's all free here at the library too.
I'm so happy the community is actually providing this. This is something that everybody needs to step in because actually you get socialization and you get to exercise.
Everybody in the class bonds. We have a great enthusiastic instructor that's here.
Lula is amazing. She is actually the best instructor. Makes you feel like you're a family.
There's no requirements for the class. You just show up, walk in, sign a waiver form, and you're all good to go. Just come ready to exercise, come with your sneakers.
It's also really nice to enjoy with other people. We meet people, we enjoy, we laugh.
Estas clases son completamente gratis para toda la comunidad. Invitamos a todos que asistan a las clases. Eso no es solamente para mantenerte healthy físicamente, sino también mentalmente.
So come on and join us. Why are you missing out?
The Los Angeles Municipal Art Gallery is located at Barnsdall Art Park. The park has 5 different entities. We have the Hollyhock House, we have Residence A, we have the Junior Arts Center, we have the Gallery Theater, and we have the Los Angeles Municipal Art Gallery. So the Los Angeles Municipal Art Gallery was established in 1954. And they had a number of exhibitions in here until 1971 when the current building was constructed. And this 10,000 square foot gallery is now able to exhibit even more artists. The gallery continues after 1971 to really focus on Los Angeles artists. And in actuality, it is the first institution in Los Angeles that is dedicated to exhibiting only art. We actually predate LACMA in becoming a museum of art. One of our unique qualities is that we do not have a collection. We are always changing exhibitions. All the exhibitions at the Municipal Art Gallery is dedicated to exhibiting the art of Los Angeles artists. We have 3 exhibition periods a year. We have summer, fall, and spring. Every year, we also exhibit the annual COLA exhibition, which is the Department of Cultural Affairs award to mid-career artists. The gallery is free, so you're able to come in and see these exhibitions and learn about new artists, sometimes before they've even been featured in a gallery. The Los Angeles Municipal Art Gallery provides this space as an outlet for artists, and it's so important to continue to support the arts as a medium for our community to respond to the issues that are occurring in our world today. The arts are incredibly important. They provide that additional outlet for our community to express themselves and to learn from others. The Municipal Art Gallery can be a place where dialogue can occur between different groups and learning about diverse issues that are happening in our society today. It is so inspiring to see the visitors coming into the gallery and engaging with the art. That is really what our institution is all about. How do the visitors get to learn about something new, be challenged by ideas that different artworks promote, and also see beauty. It brings me much joy and satisfaction to know that I'm just overjoyed to really honor and promote the arts and local artists. You can find out about what's happening by visiting our website, lamag.org, or following us on Instagram at lamagbarnsdall. We are very prominent on social media.
In this week's Things to Do, enjoy open-air theater in Griffith Park, catch some kitschy culture and history at the Central Library, and dig in for an LA Sanitation home composting workshop. All this up next on Things to Do.
If it's summer, it must be the Griffith Park Free Shakespeare Festival. This year, the Independent Shakespeare Company also presents Marlowe's Dr. Faustus. In the play, a mysterious scholar wishes to master the dark arts and strikes a deal with the devil to make it happen. Dr. Faustus takes to the stage from Wednesday through Sunday beginning on August 6th. Enjoy Theater Under the Stars at the Griffith Park Free Shakespeare Festival with Dr. Faustus, playing Wednesdays through Sundays at 7 p.m. from August the 6th until the 31st. Find out more at culture.lacity.gov/events. Join LA's Public Library for a fun-filled afternoon of storytelling with pop culture author Charles Phoenix. Known as the King of Retro, Phoenix is a mid-century pop culture expert, performer, and collector celebrating classic and kitschy American life and style. On Sunday, August 17th, Phoenix is bringing some of today's most vibrant historians together, including Fu Hauser, Murch Motel, and the Hood Historian. Come and learn something new about the city you live in. Visit the Mark Tabor Auditorium at downtown LA's Central Library for Charles Phoenix with special guests on Sunday, August 17th at 2 p.m. For more information, visit lapl.org/events. LA Sanitation and Environment presents a series of local workshops, and on Saturday, August 16th, they host home composting and urban gardening in the South LA wetlands. Learn how easy it is to compost at home. An LA Sanitation green waste specialist will show you how to turn kitchen scraps and yard trimmings into nutrients for your soil. Register on Eventbrite for your spot, which includes a plant giveaway for each attendee. Head to the South LA wetlands for home composting and urban gardening on Saturday, August 16th at 9 a.m. For more information, visit sanitation.lacity.gov. And that's a look at some things to do.
And that's all for this week. I'm Natalia Bilbao, and from all of us here at LA This Week, thank you so much for joining us. Remember that you can watch us online anytime at lacityview.org, and we're also on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.
All right. Shh. Okay, good morning. Welcome to the meeting of your Los Angeles City Council. Today is Tuesday, August 12th, 2025. We're going to take public comment in person in the council chambers. Madam Clerk, would you get us started by calling the roll?
Yes. Blumenfeld, Harris, Dawson, Hernandez, Hutt, Gerardo, Lee, McCosker, Nazarian, Padilla, Park, Price, Rahman, Rodriguez, Soto Martinez, Yaroslavsky, 13 members present and a quorum, Mr. President.
Great. First order of business.
Approval of the minutes of August 8, 2025.
Okay. Councilmember Price moves. Councilmember Rodriguez seconds. Next.
Commendatory resolutions for approval.
Councilmember Lee moves. Councilmember Hutt seconds. Next.
Mr. President, today's Tuesday. It's time for the flag salute.
Great. If I could ask everyone in the chambers to rise for the flag salute. Councilmember Rodriguez, would you do the honors?
Yes. Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, let's run through the agenda.
Yes, sir. Items 1 through 38 are items noticed for public hearing. Items 39 through 45 are items which public hearings have been held. For the record, item 41, the correct council district is 13. Items 46 through 75 are items which public hearings have not been held. And finally, items 76 through 84 are closed session items considered by the Budget and Finance Committee. 10 votes are required for consideration.
Great. Without objection, they're before us now. Do members have any items they wish to call special? I have a number of members on the queue, starting with Mr. Nazarian.
Thank you. Receive and file for item number 6 and 9, and then would like to ask for item 70 to be held on the desk.
7-0, sir?
Yes.
Okay, and the seconder for your motion to receive and file items 6 and 9, sir? Mr. McCosker, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next, Councilwoman Rahman. I'm going in the order in the speaker queue.
I'd like to call item 37 for comments before we take the vote on it. Thank you.
Okay, 37 for comments. Mr. McCosker.
Thank you. I'd like to continue item 26 for 30 days.
Okay.
And for the record, that 30 days would be item 26 is continued to September 10, 2025, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, without objection. The queue just disappeared, so I'm just going to call whoever stands up. Councilwoman Yaroslavsky? Okay.
Thank you, Council President. I ask that we move the Budget and Finance Report on item 45 as amended.
Is there a second to Ms. Yaroslavsky's motion?
Yeah, I'll go ahead.
Ms.
Hutt.
Rodriguez, thank you.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Soto Martinez?
So much, Mr. Chair. I ask that we move to receive and file item 25, please.
And is there a second to Mr. Soto Martinez's motion? Second. Thank you, Ms. Rodriguez. Thank you.
Okay, Councilwoman Gerardo?
Thank you, Council President. I'd like to receive and file item 32 on behalf of Councilmember Hernandez, and I'd like to continue item 33 and 34 to September 9th at Councilmember Hernandez's request.
Okay, without objection.
Thank you.
And for the receive and file for item 32, is there a second? Ms. Rodriguez, thank you.
Okay, are there any other members? The queue's all messed up. Okay, Councilwoman Rodriguez?
The queue keeps getting cleared. For item 13, I want to continue the item for 6 months. Okay. And request to note and file item 15 as the fees were paid.
Okay.
And for item 13, continued for 6 months, that would be February 10, 2026. And note and file item 15. Is there a second to Ms. Rodriguez's?
I'll second.
Mr. Bloomfield, thank you.
Councilmember Price.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to move that we receive and file items 18 and 20 on today's agenda as these liens have been paid. 18 and 20. Thank you.
That objection?
And that would be 18 and 20, sir, and that's to receive and file and without objection from Mr. Bloomfield. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other members wish to speak on these items? Seeing no one on the queue and no one catching my eye, what's next?
Next, council may now vote on, hold on, sir. Let me just make sure that all the items called special are noted. So.
Sure. While you're figuring that out, I guess there's a couple of members may have announcements or comments before we move to public comment. Mr. McCosker or Mr. Lee, I was told either of you have something? No? Mr. Lee?
Thank you, Mr. President. We have today some guests visiting our city. We have the city of Chuncheon in South Korea visiting with us. They are not necessarily one of the major cities, but they play such an important role in South Korea, whereas they supply over 30% of the water to the rest of the country. So obviously, you know, where the water, who controls water, has a lot of power. And they were here during their recess to just come visit our city and to see how they can encourage more sort of relationships between their cities and cities directly here in the county of Los Angeles. So if we could welcome them with a round of applause, appreciate them being here. So.
Thank you, Mr. Lee. Madam Clerk?
Mr. President, council may now vote on items 39 through 45, sir.
39 through 45, okay? Those items are now before us. Any members wish to speak to this? Seeing no members on the queue, let's open the roll, close the roll, and tally the votes.
14 ayes.
Those measures are adopted. What's next?
Mr. President, items 76 through 84 are closed session items considered by the Budget and Finance Committee.
Okay, Councilman Yaroslavsky.
Budget and Finance Committee considered and approved items 76 through 84 in committee on August 5th, and I recommend we approve these items. Thank you.
Okay.
Mr. President, shall I read the settlement amounts?
Please.
Item 76 in the case entitled Paul Fastnatch versus City of Los Angeles et al. There is a recommendation to expend up to $135,000 in settlement. Item 77 in the case entitled Mitra Yodam versus City of Los Angeles. There is a recommendation to expend up to $250,000 in settlement. Item 78 in the case entitled Carmen Colazzo versus City of Los Angeles et al. There's a recommendation to expend up to $275,000 in settlement. Item 79 in a case entitled Georgia Lockley versus City of Los Angeles et al. There is a recommendation to expend up to $280,000 in settlement. Item 80 in the case entitled Lida, Lenore, and Calada versus City of Los Angeles et al. There's a recommendation to expend up to $300,000 in settlement. Item 81 in the case entitled Denise Hoffman et al. Versus City of Los Angeles et al. There's a recommendation to expend up to $400,000 in settlement. Item 82 in the case entitled Ramak Cynthia Ramani versus et al. Versus City of Los Angeles, there's a recommendation to expend up to $700,000 in settlement. Item 83 in the case entitled Anthony Non versus City of Los Angeles et al. There's a recommendation to expend up to $3 million in settlement. Finally, item 84 in the case entitled City of Los Angeles versus Pulse Construction Incorporated, there's a recommendation to expend up to $700,000 in settlement.
Okay, all the settlements have been read, so those items are now before us. Any members wish to speak to those items or call any of those items special? Seeing no members on the queue, let's take all those items up and let's open the roll, close the roll, and tally the votes.
14 ayes.
Okay, those measures are adopted. What's next?
Next would be public comment, sir.
Great. If you could read the instructions.
To people providing public comment, when it is your turn to speak, please state which of the agenda items you'd like to speak to. You will have 1 minute per item, up to 3 minutes total, for the items open for public comment. We will tell you when your time is up. When speaking on the agenda items, you must be on topic. Our goal is to get through as many speakers as we can. If you are not on topic, or if we cannot tell whether you're on topic, you will get one brief warning from me or the president. At that point, you need to get immediately and clearly on topic. If you do not do so, or you again stray off topic, you will forfeit the rest of your speaking time, and we will move on to the next speaker. The items open for public comment today are items 1 through 38 and items 46 through 75. Again, that's items 1 through 38 and 46 through 75. Members of the public may also speak for up to 1 minute for general public comment, which will be held, which you will give after your agenda item comment. During general public comment, members of the public may speak to any of the items or anything else in the city's subject matter jurisdiction. And if I could get the Spanish translator to translate this, okay? To members of the public who wish to give public comment in Spanish, we ask that you pause every few sentences so that the translator can translate your statement. We will hold your time, and you will be given the same amount of time as everyone else.
Sí, para los miembros del público quienes desean hacer comentario en español, por favor pausen después de cada frase o dos frases para darle al intérprete la oportunidad de traducir, y no se preocupen, les vamos a pausar el tiempo mientras el intérprete está hablando, entonces recibirán la misma cantidad de tiempo que las otras personas. Gracias.
I'll begin calling names. Maria J., Rosa Portillo, and Julian Alexander Macara.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Let us know which items you wish to speak to.
Miembros del Consejo, la concejal Imelda Padilla no solo nos ha fallado a sus electores, sino que nos ha atacado abiertamente, nos ha llamado mentirosos, ha despertado nuestras preocupaciones, nos ha tratado con desprecio
Un
a las
momento, por
personas.
favor. Yes, fellow council members, Councilwoman Imelda Padilla has failed her electors. She has called us liars, and she has thought of us as less than.
Esto no es representación, es abuso de poder.
And this is not representation, this is abuse of power.
Una verdadera líder no intenta silenciar las voces que dicen la verdad.
A true leader would not try to silence the voices that tell the truth.
Padilla elige los insultos sobre el diálogo.
And Padilla chooses the insults for the dialogue that is happening.
La intimidación sobre la colaboración.
Intimidation for collaboration.
Su conducta no es solo vergonzosa, sino peligrosa para la democracia y la confianza pública.
And her conduct is not only an embarrassment, but also causes people to trust her less.
No seremos intimidados, señora Padilla.
And we will not be intimidated, Ms. Padilla.
Se acabaron los días de escondernos.
Gone are the days that we are hiding.
Exigimos rendición de cuentas verdaderas y transparencias
And we want the transparent accounts and the process of the accounts to be transparent.
al que usted debe servir, no para aquellos a los que usted favorece.
For the people that you actually should serve, not the people that you favor.
Speaker, your time is up.
Por ahora se le acabó su tiempo.
Before the next speaker, I'd like to call a few more names. Donald Harlan, Sabrina Clearwater, and Oksana.
Speaker, which items would you like to speak to?
Hello, good morning. General public comment, please.
You'll have 1 minute.
Thank you. My name is Julian Alexander Makara. Good morning, Honorable Council. Business as usual will no longer suffice at any level of our society. Strategically, our economy is being targeted for destruction. Bullets are being left in front of public schools by federal agents amongst a public kidnapping by masked militants of a 15-year-old boy. Friday morning at the Van Nuys Home Depot, I comforted the son of equal age whose father was abducted around the same circumstances. That Friday night, my friend was battered by LAPD while peacefully protesting at the Alameda Federal Building. Families throughout your district are living in uncertainty, and please keep your voices down during public comment. With hunger and without hygiene supplies, and above all in fear, I say to you all, business as usual will no longer suffice. What say you?
Speaker. Which items do you wish to speak to?
Todos los preguntas, por favor, cabrones, y el último también, pendejos. 4 minutos.
Speaker, you have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
Entonces, cuando nosotros vamos a hacer el voto para el señor Spindler en CD1, because Mr. Spindler is going to represent us in Department of Building and Safety abatement bullshit on CD1. So smoke and scum, you know, we vote for Wayne Spindler on all items in CD1. Fuck LA.
Speaker,
Gracias.
I'm going to need you to focus specifically on the items on an agenda, or else I'm going to move you to general public comment. This is your only warning. Go ahead.
Now in my American voice, you anti-Trump fool. John Lee in CD12 has a hearing protest against one black man who for $1,200, let me give you the accurate amount, buckethead, 1,276.56 fucking and change. Why are you putting a lien on this property knowing that people are struggling, right? You're struggling to maintain your property and not become the next homeless asshole in Los Angeles, right? But this is what Los Angeles has engaged in. 30 liens right here, folks. 30 liens against you, the people of America, which are unconstitutional, depriving you the right as a citizen to contest and get a receipt about these liens because they're adding interest, compound interest, so you can get fucked. So don't be shy. You come to the mic, sign up, and speak about your lien. Because if not, the Department for Noncompliance will fuck you. And the City of Los Angeles annual inspections will cost you and fuck you, Sambo. So like an Uncle Tom, I got your attention and not like Padilla. Now into another item on the uplift root trees, Azzo. Look at here. 300 feet of a pothole in Burbank, Bob. When are you going to fill in the goddamn pothole, Bob? any one of you Sambos, Uncle Toms, ridiculous politicians, lying, Satan lying motherfuckers gonna get up there and do something right. Even Rodriguez on the news talking about that poor man getting his ass beat with the golf club. Why was that? Hold my time, I hear a noise.
Can you pause this time? Go ahead, your time was paused. You have 6 seconds for the items and 1 minute for general.
You need to add 15 seconds, buckethead. All right, you're not gonna add 15 seconds? Fuck you, Mr. Phillip, you dumbass, moron,
General
idiot,
public comment.
incompetent fool. Now into my general public comment. In the series of Brandenburg versus Ohio, 395, 444, 1969, and a Supreme Court ruling of First Amendment by the protected speech constitutional rights of every American, you have a right to do this, do that, smoke a scab, do it too, like that, like this or that, any way you want. Because America is dirty. Los Angeles is dirty. Who's gonna save America? Who saved you when the crisis on LAPD? Donald J. Trump. Donald J. Trump saved Los Angeles from that hypocrite black first mayor who don't do shit like you, Rodriguez, like you, Padilla. You heard Lynn the first time, right? Now you're hearing it again. You're all nothing more but a bunch of dirty niggers. And for the record.
Mr. Herman, you've been warned you cannot use that word. Next speaker.
Before the next speaker, I'd like to call a few more names. Simon, Audit, and Ernest Martinez.
Good morning, Speaker. You have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, Attorney Smoking Scan. Let's start with item number 51. 51 is about the subsidized after-school program. Yes, I want to ask several questions to our Blue Mandingos right here, since he advocated after-school program. You have advocated to send all the kids, to send all the kids down Figueroa Street. And then somehow right now, you want some special after-school program. You are the one who indoctrinate every single kids about the Black Lives Matter. And then right now, you want after-school program. You are the one who forced the children to believe Palestinian lives matter, and then LGBT, please change your penis to your vagina, all of those things. And then right now, you want a good after-school program. Too late, Blow Mandingo, too late. Now, let's move on to item number 56. Item number 56 talks about a mental health treatment, about a 5,000 residential treatment bed. And then what's the funny part about 56? It is also Council Member Blomandingo. So in the past, our council member Blumandingo has been prioritize all of the LGBT mental health services, prioritize every single Palestinian Black mental health services, and then our council member Blumandingo intentionally leave every single Caucasian away from mental health access, from mental health treatment, from mental health care. And then right now, our council member Blomandingo continue to prioritize the mental health services for Palestinian, for LGBT, for Black Lives Matter, and nobody else. Such a racist council member Blomandingo. Now let's move on to item number 57. It's about food assistance in Council District 1. I understand that your food assistance will always fail because there's only one person who can succeed in the food assistance program in Council District 1. That is the future council member Spindler. Do you know why that you have no money for enough food in Council District 1? Because you put all of your council money to helping everyone to change their penis to their vagina. You wasted all of the money to advocate for your criminal lives matter, for your Black lives matter, for your Palestinian lives matter. You are the one who put all of the money invested in Palestine. That's why your Council District 1 do not even have enough money right here, right now. Thank you very much for your attention, Council Member Smoking Scan.
General public comment.
Let's move on to general. Just make sure our council member Smoking Scan remember that we are going to
Hold on just a second. We're trying to get
re-elect-
the. Okay, go ahead.
We are going to re-elect Council Member Spindler for the Council District 1, especially my best friend Dana. And then my best friend Dana, we're gonna going to eat a good barbecue after Spindler won their election. And also, Dana, I received your shirt last night. Thank you very much. I love the shirt. Thank you very much for your gift. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine.
Speaker, this has nothing to do with something that's within the subject matter jurisdiction of this body.
I'm singing a
This is
song
general
for the
public
council
comment,
member,
but
for every single person in
please
the
speak to
homeless
something that's within the
person.
subject matter jurisdiction of this body, or you
Yes,
will
I'm
forfeit your
singing
speaking
a song
time.
for every single homeless person on the street because they do not listen, they do not
This is
get
not
a
your opportunity to
music
address
treatment
every
for
homeless
there.
person on the
That's
street.
reason
It is to
why
address this
I will
body.
have to
You've
sing
been
a
warned.
song
Your
for
time
every
is
single, for
forfeited.
every single,
Next speaker.
mental health and
Speaker, you have forfeited the rest of your speaking time. Please vacate the podium so we can move on to the next speaker.
Before the next.
Consider this your first and only warning. Do not disrupt this meeting again. We had to delay going to the next speaker because you would not leave the podium. Good morning, Speaker. Which items would you like to speak to? And
General comment?
okay, and before you begin general public comment, I'm sorry, staffer, I believe you wanted to read more names?
Yes, and those names are Caitlin C., Mike, and Mariam.
Thank you. So you have 1 minute for the general public comment, Speaker. Go ahead.
Okay, so my public comment was about the child trafficking going on at the Boyle Heights train yard on Mission Road and Cesar Chavez. Now, all politicians that bow to their Zionist masters will be judged. It is Judgment Day, and I am the judge of judges. So whoever doesn't get names of who's child trafficking, I'm gonna go hide out in a ghillie in the train yard, and I'm gonna find the information myself. And everybody that keeps their mouth shut, this is Mrs. Gerardo's district. I've already tried to get a hold of her through her, and I've already tried to contact the mayor to no avail. So at some point, people are gonna be held accountable, and that's pretty much it. The man that whistle blew on that, Jose, they snatched him up the next day, and he's nowhere to be seen. So thank you, and I'll be back next week.
And while we wait for the next speaker to come up, just as a announcement for everybody here and for the previous speaker, if you witness a crime being committed, please contact the police. We cannot require you to do so, but please contact the police. Good morning. Which items would you like, Speaker? Which items would you like to speak to?
I have a general comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Due to the lack of accountability, unlivable conditions, and deaths, all the juvenile detention centers and Men's Central Jail need to be shut down immediately. Get rid of the California Peace Officers' Bill of Rights. It is a threat to our communities. It gives the cops an above-the-law status. It needs to be gotten rid of.
Thank you. Next speaker.
Before the next speaker, I'd like to call a few more names. Henry Harrison, Goat, Simpson, and Mark Coleman.
Hello.
Good morning.
I'm doing general comment and then also comment, I believe, on Agenda 40 for houseless.
So item number 40 is not open for public comment, but you can speak to it during general. So you have 1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
Okay, I am one of the protesters at 535 Alameda Street. This past Friday, LAPD went to go help and protect DHS. They pulled up on us probably over 30, and I'm being very conservative, vehicles. And without giving any legal order for dispersal, they initiated the skirmish line and starting attacking us. I have some videos of them attacking the press, including protesters. And I will play it for you. And this is Officer Maldonado violating the Constitution, flashing his light at me, which is illegal. And this is Officer Campos from the Rampart.
I mean, I don't understand.
I just said what I wanted
to
you
go
guys to.
protect people.
You want us to go protect people. He was
Speaker, your time has expired. Next speaker. Speaker, your time has expired. We need to move on to the next public commenter. This is your first and only formal warning. Please do not disrupt this meeting. Your time has expired, and we need to move on to the next speaker. All right, and the gentleman in the headphones who is
Sir, if you
yelling
yell out again, you'll be
do
removed.
not disrupt
Ma'am,
this
you need to
meeting.
leave.
You are
Okay, sir, please remove the gentleman yelling, and please remove the ma'am. The gentleman with the camera has been ordered to leave. He must leave.
Sir, Sir,
You're
the
welcome to
headphones,
come speak
you
in. Your
have been
time is
ordered
here, but you need to
removed
leave.
After being warned to not disrupt this meeting.
He's been
please
removed.
Leave this meeting.
Okay. Okay.
And
Continue
Mr.
to
President, I
disrupt
would
the
note
meeting.
that
We
the
need to-
previous speaker in the white top is continuing to disrupt this meeting as well and is eligible for removal and exclusion.
It has been removed. Both of them have been removed.
So, the previous speaker in the white top, I believe you just sat down. You have been ordered removed by the chair. Please exit the room quietly.
Okay, next speaker.
Before the next speaker, I'd like to call a few more names. Dana M., Nick, Jamie, Robert, and Stacy Segarra Bollinger.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
I signed up as Henry Harrison today. I'll be speaking on 47, 49, 51, 56, 57,
Okay, that's
58,
enough.
59,
You
and general
got
counsel.
So you have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. Go ahead.
Okay. 47, I don't know if you can hear me over the stamping over there, but 47 is funding for the West Valley Food Pantry. It's good to be providing food assistance. Hopefully it's coming from a reasonable organization. Not really familiar with them. 49, tree trimming services in CD3. We need more tree trimming because there's so many overgrown trees and they create hazards, but you don't want to fund that, of course, other than very rarely. 51, subsidized after-school program fees in CD9. This is current price, so hopefully there's not something corrupt with that. But, I mean, after-school programs is fairly decent, I guess. We have item...
Can we pause his time? Can you? Yeah.
And here they go, the Ice Protection Force, also known as the LAPD. So
Okay,
we have
go ahead.
So I was on item 56, which is the behavioral health treatment in CD3. So we've got outpatient and we've got inpatient. So mental health services is good. The only thing I'm a little concerned about is whether this item possibly involves forced mental health treatment for unhoused people or things like that, kind of like the care courts type thing. Because if it's that, then no, but if it's just general mental health services, it might be okay. We have item 57, emergency food assistance in CD1. That's probably okay. Food. Providing people with food assistance is good, especially during this massive inflation being created partially by the fascist dictator in the White House. We'll talk more about that in a minute. We have item 58, which is a summit parking lot for the City Clerk Summit and the We Speak Your Language Summit, on August 6th, so I hope no one was towed or cited because they were parking when you hadn't approved this yet. Since it happened on August 6th, it's now the 12th. You hadn't approved it when the events happened. So I really hope that no one was cited because you hadn't approved the parking lot. So, but this, you regularly don't provide language assistance during meetings or things like that. So it doesn't seem like you always speak people's languages here. And item 59 is lighting up City Hall for Indonesian Independence and Indonesian National Day. What are you doing for the Indonesian American community? Or the Indonesian people? Other than just lighting up City Hall. All right, let's go into general public comment.
Okay, you have 1 minute.
So Marquise was so upset that I brought up again his refusal to say anything, and all of your refusals to say anything about the discrimination against trans athletes at your prized Olympics that they're planning to do. Why won't any of you say anything? This is discrimination against trans people at your event. Are you going to say anything about that? Anything? I've been asking for weeks for any one of you to say anything about that. But it seems like all you are just okay with this discrimination against trans people since you haven't said a damn word yet. Where is your statements? And every week we're limited to such a limited amount of time to speak when I don't even know what you do during the rest of your day because you don't even have committee meetings for hours after you cut off public comments so early. I mean, gosh. And you're attacking people who just want to come.
Speaker, your time has expired. Next speaker.
Thanks.
I'd like to call a few more names. Pancho, Butch, Taylor, Donna, Butter, Daniel Sosa, Adam, and Mark Dutton.
Good morning, Speaker. Which items would you like to speak to?
General.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. Council members, the heart of public service is integrity, something Imelda Padilla has so far shown us very little of. Her actions reflect a troubling pattern, closed-door deals, ignoring community input, and prioritizing political allies over residents. That's not representation, it's opportunism. When a leader erodes trust, it's not just their reputation at stake, it's the credibility of this entire council. We need officials who see transparency as a duty, not an inconvenience. Councilwoman Padilla has broken that trust and doesn't earn a second term. The public deserves leaders who honor their seat every single day. Thank you, and God help Los Angeles.
Thank you. Next speaker. Welcome.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
General public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Good morning. My name's Adam Smith from the LA Community Action Network in Skid Row. As we see Trump continue to expand the ways he's targeting our communities, we see two things happening. On one hand, we see some of our elected officials correctly calling out some of his violent rhetoric and practices, but on the other hand, another thing we see and have continued to see is the continued employment of some of these very same practices here in the city of LA, albeit glazed over with a fading sheen of progressivism. The contradictions being heightened by Trump, keep being heightened by Trump, and your words alone will not be enough. As Trump occupies DC with federal troops while continuing violent kidnappings of Angelenos as we speak, as he works with proud City of LA partners like Casey Wasserman toward an Olympics that was always going to be violent and disastrous for poor and working class Angelenos, our leaders must actually step out from behind their carefully crafted press releases. Our representatives must cast aside the violent veil of respectability politics and choose a side. Are you with the people or with the fascists?
And before we hear from the next speaker, I believe the clerk's office has, or the clerk has an announcement.
There is a request, Mr. President, there is a request to continue item 5 to September 10, 2025, sir.
Okay, without objection, so ordered. And there's a bunch of names here. If anyone is here to speak who has not spoken yet, we're not going to call any more names. Just come on up and line up because it's unclear how many of these names are real and how many aren't. So if you haven't spoken, come on up and we'll just line up and we'll go through the speakers. Go ahead, sir.
We need a longer microphone up here, first of all.
Which items would you like to speak to, sir?
My name is Daniel Sosa. I'd like to speak on general public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
On Friday, there was a peaceful protest in front of the Metro Detention Center. A lot of people, but completely peaceful. Then LAPD showed up and started assaulting protesters and press. A member of the press was batoned in the chin, causing a bleeding gash. Cha-ching, there goes another $1 million off the city's budget. It's on video. If any of you want to see it, let me know. I have it on video. Then LAPD kettled in about 25 protesters and arrested them. Then this morning's police commission meeting was canceled. How convenient. You guys are sitting here and acting like this is not happening. You are saying nothing, and your silence speaks volumes. Open your eyes and speak up. This type of behavior by LAPD cannot continue to happen in our city.
Thank you. Next speaker.
And yes, I believe the speaker with the handheld microphone, I believe it's on, but please test it just to make sure. I would also ask that everyone please hold your applause until after the speakers are finished.
Go ahead,
Okay, so yes, the speaker with the, I believe it's an American flag hat. Go ahead. Which items would you like to speak to? We need you to speak into the microphone or else we can't hear you.
Yeah, 47, 40, and 56 first, 3 minutes.
You said 47 and 56, and what was the third item?
Okay, the public comment.
Okay, so you have 2 minutes for the items, that's 47 and 56, and 1 minute for general public comment. Please begin with the items. Go ahead.
Okay, well, 47 in regards to the food pantry, I think a lot of people there's a lot of places that are giving out food, and you don't need a Maldapedia. It doesn't have to be taking it out of funds.
Can we pause for time really quick? Mr. Herman, there is no reason for you to stand directly behind the public speaker. So do not disrupt this meeting. You forced me to pause the public comment just to warn you. If you do it again, you'll be subject to removal pursuant to Rule 7 or Rule 12. I'm sorry, Speaker. Go ahead.
Okay, so there's plenty of places that are giving out food. The church doesn't need just to be getting money from Padilla's, her money that she's using for the district. So therefore, I think that should be stopped. Number 2, the number 56, the housing, that's a big order right here. They already have housing. Why should they be sticking in a bunch of tiny houses in the San Fernando Valley and Sun Valley and Arleta and not Pacoima, but in Panorama City, all the areas here in the San Fernando? We don't need any more housing to be put in. We got these available right here on the agenda number 56. That's it.
Okay.
Now,
thank you.
Can I have my full minute?
Oh.
You want general public comment now?
Full minute?
Okay. Let's give her 1 minute now for general public
So
comment.
general public comment?
Okay, but it's been
You have
running.
1 minute?
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
not 1
2, yeah,
minute.
there you go.
I'm going to read this. Councilman Imelda Padilla, councilwoman, has failed this community. She has ignored our voice, sided with special interests, and operated behind closed doors. That's not leadership. That's betrayal. And I demand her removal from office as an inept, incompetent, and condescending leader. And she was elected to serve us, not herself. Yet her actions show she does serve herself. Trust in public office is sacred, and she has broken that, and she sure has. When a leader hides from accountability, they forfeit the right to lead. Exactly what she's done. The city deserves honesty, transparency, open and being encouraged, not excuses that Ms. Brazella, the people are watching and the people remember, because I was there and I could tell you it was a tragedy what she just did. No public input. She violated the Brown Act. Completely did. And she's violating the federal
Speaker,
law
your
too.
time has expired. Next speaker. Yes, and speaker, feel free. Perfect. So, which
Yeah.
items would you like to speak to? And good morning.
Number 47, 56, and public comment.
Okay, so you'll
I've
have
already-
2 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. Go ahead,
Yes,
please
the
begin with the
shows
items.
over here are $100,000 going over the Prince of Peace Episcopal Church. And certainly pros that, and I didn't saw number 57. There was also $300,000 worth of emergency food, which already proves that we already have processes where people can get food, and some certain, besides those, there's plenty of other areas, probably temples and other churches that have been giving money for food, so we don't need to add food to Imelda Padilla's project with the little small houses where we have to feed them too. Well, there's plenty of areas where that you can feed them, so you don't need to feed them there. And number 56, it shows 500,000 residential treatment beds, and already see that's already taking care of the homeless over there. So we probably won't need to add any homeless people. Mentally ill people. We don't need to add any mentally ill people for those small houses over there that she wants to throw over there, and Sun Valley, and try to screw everybody up. So we have the problem over there is we already have people going over these areas, and they probably have, then we have Section 8, so that for the people who have low income. So her area is just duplications on her little small houses, and I guess I'll just go straight to public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Can we put 1 minute on the clock? Thank you.
For too long, Imelda Padilla has promised results and delivered excuses. Our neighborhoods still face the same problems we did when she took office: crime, neglect, and the lack of basic services. The difference? Now we face deeper frustrations because of our concerns go unheard. Elected office is not a stepping stone for ambition. It's a responsibility to serve. Ms. Padilla's track record shows she's more interested in political image than solving problems. We deserve leadership that produces results, not photo ops. The people of the city deserve better, and we will demand it. Thank you. And we don't even know who we're going to pick over for those two houses, and how long are we going to take care of them. So this is the problem. We need to get rid of those little small houses over there. That's a wrong thing to do. And get rid of Imelda Padilla along with it.
Okay, thank you. Before the next speaker speaks, I want to call on Councilmember Lee for a moment.
Thank you, Mr. President. Some information came to me regarding item number 23, so I'd like to move that we waive the late fees and penalties for item number 23. Can I get a second?
I'll second that.
And also, Mr. President, there's a request to continue item 17 for 30 days, and that would be September 10, 2025, sir.
Okay, without objection, so ordered. Okay. All right, thank you. Go ahead, sir, for public comment.
Which
Tell us
items would you like?
Say it again. I'm here concerning about Imelda Padilla also on the town hall the other day for attacking people who elect her to serve the constituent. She dismissed our concern and called us liars. This kind of behavior is unacceptable and regretful in public office. And also, I want to say thank you for Monica Rodriguez for cleaning our District 7, and she's doing an excellent job. Thank you, Monica, for all the effort, for the work you do for us. going back to Imelda Padilla, I think that she's a bully, disrespectful, dictator, and intimidate people. She tried to intimidate everybody who was there by saying that if they speak from their own heart what they feel, she said that she was going to put in arrest everybody.
Next speaker. Good morning, speaker. Which items would you like to speak to?
General.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for general public comment.
Good morning. My name is Nancy Flores. Council members, I'm here to voice my strong opposition to Council Member Imelda Padilla's actions and conduct in office. She asked us for her support, but her track record has been marked by poor transparency, questionable decision-making, and lack of accountability to the very residents she was elected to serve. Our communities deserve leaderships who listen, who engage us with honesty, and who put the public interest above political ambition. Time and again, Ms. Padilla has failed to address key neighborhood concerns. She ignores our questions. She says she's going to answer them and fails to do so. Public safety and equitable development, while prioritizing special interests. This is not the leadership our city needs. We need someone who is listening to us, respecting us, and looking for our interests. We must hold elected officials to the highest standards, and when they fail those standards, it is our duty to speak out. I urge this council and the public to demand better, expect better, and refuse to settle for less. Thank you.
Good morning, speaker. Which items would you like to speak to?
General comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute.
To Councilmember Padilla. The City 6 August 7 Town Hall was a sham and a blatant violation of the Brown Act. By holding this meeting after critical decisions were already made, the city deliberately denied the public any meaningful opportunity to participate or influence outcomes. This was nothing more than a hollow exercise in going through the motions disguised as emergency crisis. Even worse, during that meeting, a city council member launched retaliatory verbal attacks against community members simply for exercising their constitutional right to speak. This is not just unethical, it's an abuse of power, a clear case of viewpoint discrimination and retaliation against protected free speech under the First Amendment and the California Constitution. Added to that, council members' selective dismissal and misrepresentation of public comments and questions show a deliberate effort to suppress dissent and manipulate public records. These egregious actions damage public confidence, threaten legal consequences under state open meeting laws and federal civil rights statutes, and must be met with swift, independent investigation.
Next speaker.
In my opinion,
Good morning, speaker. Which items
Par-
would you like to speak to?
19, I just wanted to say that nuisance abatement does not mean sound, it means blight. I wish they would say what it means in there. That's all. I'm moving over to public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for general. Go
Padilla
ahead.
to me seems like a good progressive, and I noticed that in the audience they excoriate progressives. Yeah, I don't know where they get the right wing in this audience, how they do that. I'm going to talk about The Awakening by Renee Pittman. It's a 5th book. She lives in Palmdale, at least in her 4th book. I wish that somebody would find out if she's still alive, especially Monica. Monica had her hand on Michael Moore, which means, guess what? You don't have to, we won't make you investigate any death, okay? This woman might be dead. She was masturbated to the point of orgasm from 4 to 6. She said a lot of black kids. This has happened. By the way, this is another thing that I'm just reading. 20 kids died in this high school.
Speaker. So general public comment, you need to speak to something that's within the city's subject matter jurisdiction. So is there anything that you'd like to speak to related to that?
Subject matter, I thought you said anything.
Anything that the city has authority over. But your time has expired. So next speaker.
General public comment.
Okay. Good morning, speaker. You have 1 minute. Go ahead.
This is in regard to a rumor that 25 men died and they were taken to County USC Hospital in East LA. They said that these men were, it's a rumor, were professional baby makers, and with they would get 2 women within a week, every week 2 women, and in 5 months they were dead. That's a rumor. You confirm this by calling the mortuary, County USC, and confirming that with the men there. If this is true, then also they may be dying at least 9 a month, and they're men of all different races. I can't say that this is true, but it's a rumor that 25 men died, professional baby makers, and they were in County USC.
Speaker, your time has expired. Next speaker. Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
General comments only.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
The National Guard appears to be the only body capable of providing real oversight to the police, and yet the City Council and others have refused to take the no-cost step of asking the governor to send a few investigators from the National Guard to look into apparent police misconduct. I can think of only one legitimate reason why you wouldn't take this no-cost step, which should make you look responsible and caring. And that reason is that you are under duress. It is unacceptable for public officials to be under duress. So if you are still unwilling to ask the governor to provide police oversight with teeth, please let the public know your reasons. Also, written general public comments simply don't work. I challenge any of you to read or write general comments using the provided instructions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next speaker.
Hello, thank you for general comment.
Okay, good morning. You have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Hi, I'm Kimiko Rojas Carpenter. I spoke last week too about the protesting and about ICE and DHS, and I really appreciate Hernandez and a few other people. I saw your posts. I see you saying that there are violations from court orders. I also saw that like the men's health, the gentleman, I forget, Marquise, oh God, I'm so bad, this weekend. I really appreciate all the work you guys are doing. I'm here to say thank you. It's not easy what you're doing, and I know from a lot of anger, little steps here every single day. I really appreciate how hard you're working. I see us coming up here, making comments, and then you guys putting that into practice. Things keep getting pushed from DC, and it's kind of scary for all the minions of us down here getting hurt. So just a little bit more support for the tiny people. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. Before the next speaker begins, I believe the clerk has another announcement.
Mr. President, there's a request to continue item 4 to September 10, 2025, sir.
Okay, without objection. Okay, let's go back to public comment.
Good morning. You have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. Please begin with the items. Go ahead.
Now we'll start with number 60, Imelda Louisa the Burnout Padilla, sponsoring Hamburger Hernandez Home. Thank you for finally using my trademark for hamburger. Number 60, literally Hamburger Home. So, Mr. Bob, would you please amend it to the Hamburger Hernandez Home? That's the correct name for it. So you can go there, and it's in CD4 with Nithya Ramen Noodle. Is sitting there providing free meals. Thank you. You're going to provide free meals for every single black man in CD4. Let's give her a hand. Thank you. Thank you for treating my people correctly. Now we have liens. Thousands and thousands of liens. But of course, John Lee and his alleged cooperation agreement have done good today. John Lee forgave money against a black man and stopped the racism in CD12. Another hand. That's very good. I just wish the other racist council members would do the same. Look at all these liens, Bob. You're a racist. Noodle, you're a racist. And see, who else is a racist here who has liens? How about there, Tracy Park, registered in the courts before as Tracy Beach Attorney at Law. And then we have CD2, the bald-headed Nazarian goat herder, the president of the California Goat Herders Association, saying that he hates everybody that's Jewish in CD2, thousands and thousands of dollars in liens. Then, of course, we got the little there, Moni cow. Oh, you got some liens. Are you fattening up the budget? Are you getting all sloppy on your people on your
Okay,
last
so stick to the agenda items or we'll move you to general public comment.
Excuse me there, dog eater. Aren't these her liens here? 15, 16. So they are. And then, of course, we have the illustrious council president, Marquise de Django de Florence on Florence Avenue. $4,000. How can anyone afford on Florence Avenue a lien of $4,000? You know what $4,000 will buy you over there at CD8 by Florence Avenue? Why, you could buy 6 prostitutes for that. Part-time neighbor. So please waive the lien. And of course, let's not forget about felony suspect Curran DeMille Price and his lien.
General public comment.
And then the general comment. And again, I'll be waiting for my warning. I think that Yaroslavsky is the biggest C word that has ever been on this council. No word, huh? I think a bunch of you are a bunch of N-words. You know, good, dirty N-words. Let's see, Buckethead, where's my warning? No, I guess not, huh? Look at that, wiping your nose, you dumb N-word. So then we can use the N-word, Bob. And we can use the C word, Bob. So if we can do that, how come we can't use the other parts of the word, but only one part of the word? And that's because you drafted the legislation incorrectly, didn't you? But we're going to dedicate this to Imelda, and I'm going to do it. Give me an N. Give me an I. Give me a G. Give me a G. Give me an E. Give me an R. What's it spelled? Imelda!
Speaker, your time has expired. And before we move on to the next speaker, which I believe is the final speaker, the clerk's office has an announcement as again.
Mr. President, there is a request to continue item 1 6 months to February 10, 2026, sir.
Okay, without objection. And Councilwoman Rahman, did you wish to speak?
Can I request that item 11 be continued for 30 days to September 10th?
Okay, without objection.
Mr. Spindler, this is your first and only warning. Do not disrupt this meeting. Do not yell out or shout out anything, including the word no, while the council members are trying to speak. We're trying to listen. If you disrupt this meeting again, you'll be subject to removal and exclusion pursuant to Rules 7, Rule 12. Good morning, Speaker. Which items would you like to speak to?
Item number 37.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for the item in general as well, or just item 37?
Hi, my name is Mandy Rafferty. I wanted to thank the board for everything that they've done throughout this process. I think the last time we were here, I was able to talk to my neighbors and discuss things further and kind of clarify certain things. And I hope that has resolved everything and that we could potentially approve this after 16, 18 months of being in this process. And again, thank you very much for everything. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Speaker. Okay, that concludes public comment for today. What is next on our agenda?
Mr. President, council may now vote on items 2, 3, 7, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, oh, I'm sorry, 2, 3, 6 through 12, 14 through 16, 18 through 25, 27 through 32, 35, 36, 38, 46 through 69, and 71 through 75, sir.
Okay, those items are now before us. Any members wish to speak to these items? Seeing no members on the queue, let's open the roll on those items, close the roll, and tally the votes.
14 ayes.
Okay, those measures are adopted. What's next?
Next would be item 37. That was called special by Councilmember Rahman for comments.
Okay, Councilwoman Rahman, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much. I just wanted to make a brief remark on this item, which was continued from last week. When we heard from a number of concerned neighbors, my staff has actually continued to be in touch with the applicant, neighbors, and the Bureau of Engineering regarding this street vacation request, and to reconfirm that telecommunications and utility easements will not be disturbed as a result of this street vacation. Condition 8 in BOE's report specifically states that arrangements must be made between the applicant and all franchises and utilities agencies for the removal of affected facilities if they need to. This is standard conditions language. This language is in there even though the utilities are actually not in the area to be vacated. They're outside of it in the area that the city is retaining. Additionally, the applicant has 2 years to execute these conditions. If they're unable to do that, vacation proceedings will be terminated, and there are additional discretionary permits that this project needs to receive from the city, in which the community will be able to provide insight and input. And my office looks forward to engaging with community members, the applicant, as well as the departments, to make sure that this building, should it move forward, will comply with all necessary regulations and cause as little disturbance to the neighbors as possible. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any other members wish to speak? Seeing no other members on the queue, let's open the roll, close the roll, and tally the votes.
14 ayes.
Okay, what's next?
Next would be item 70, and that was called special by Councilmember Nazarian.
Okay, Mr. Nazarian, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Council President. There was a mistake on the year in the motion, so I wanted to move to amend recommendation to replace the recommendations for item 70 with the following. Request the city attorney to revise the ordinance to reflect that the maintenance of the street lighting district is for fiscal year 25-26. Thank
Okay,
you.
I'll second that. And any other speakers wish to speak on this item? No. I believe we can vote on this as amended. So let's open the roll on this item as amended, close the roll, and tally the votes.
14 ayes.
Okay. What's next?
Mr. President, council has motions for posting and referral.
Without objection, those are posted and referred.
That clears the desk, sir.
Great. Colleagues, are there any announcements? Mr. McCosker.
Thank you very much. Members, I'd like to take a moment today to acknowledge a significant anniversary in the history of Los Angeles and this country. Yesterday, August 11th, marked 60 years since the Watts Uprising. It commenced on August 11th, 1965. What began as a traffic stop at 116th Street in Avalon on a hot summer afternoon led to 6 days of unrest that shook our city and shook our nation. Sadly, it resulted in 34 deaths, over 1,000 injuries, 4,000 arrests. It involved, in the end, 34,000 people and ended in the destruction of 1,000 buildings. Our city, our country can never forget the lives that were lost and the brutality that was endured by Black Angelenos leading up to that event and since that event. But we also need to reflect on, and the reason why the community wanted to commemorate this moment is we need to reflect on the strength, the resilience, and the lessons that have been learned, can be learned, and continue to be learned from our darkest days, and the progress that we've made since. The calls for justice that were born out of the 1965 uprising have led to change and reform since then. And while we have so much more work to do, we can continue to make progress together. And that's why the community wanted to come together. I had the privilege and the honor, the humbling honor, to join the NAACP Watts branch in commemorating the anniversary there at 116th and Avalon, alongside community members and organizations from Watts who gathered to hear the words from local leaders, but more importantly, the testimony from folks who were there that day and in the days following. Robert, who now lives in Whittier, he traveled to the event and he met me at the corner. He met the whole group at the corner, and he was a little kid and his brother, and they went to 116th Street School. There's Robert right there in the hat. And he described exactly what he saw and how his dad got him to come into the house and told him to, hunker down and be safe. And he described what he saw through the windows and what his memories as a young child were of the days of riots. In the evening, we really had the pleasure of then rejoining, coming back together at WLCAC, the Watts Labor Community Action Committee, which itself is born out of the civil rights movement, that was born out of 1965, that was born out of the long struggle. We had dinner, and we heard more speeches, and the NAACP gave awards and commendations to everyone. And I just wanted to reflect, have us remember that it was 60 years ago. It was 400 years in the making to get to that day, but in 60 years, while we've made a little bit of progress, there's more to go. And the community-led changes are coming. And I did hear over and over again that the community does look to this building and they look to this room for support and assistance, but it's their movement. We just need to do our part, and we can and will do our part. So thank you for just letting me reflect on the 60-year anniversary.
Thank you. Are there any other announcements? No? Colleagues, are there any adjourning motions? Looking to my left. Yes, there are. Okay, so if I could ask everyone to rise in the chambers so we can adjourn in memory, and we'll start with Mr. Lee.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, I rise today to adjourn in the memory of Michael Sellers, co-president of the Los Angeles Police Reserve Foundation, who passed away on July 16th at the age of 62. Michael was a devoted public servant, a visionary leader, and a tireless advocate for the Los Angeles Police Reserve Corps. He was raised in the San Fernando Valley by his loving adoptive parents, Bobby Frank and Joyce Aileen, and his younger sister, Jennifer. Michael often reflected on the blessings of being raised in such a loving and supportive home, which instilled values rooted in compassion, service, and community. He earned a bachelor's degree in communications and media studies from California State University, Northridge, and went on to build a distinguished career in the entertainment industry. Michael held senior executive roles at Lionsgate Films, Artisan Pictures, and most recently served as Chief Operating Officer of West Coast Film Partners. In 1993, Michael answered another calling. He joined the Los Angeles Police Reserve Corps as a volunteer and became a designated Level 1 Reserve Police Officer, serving with dedication in Hollywood Area Patrol for over 26 years. He balanced the demands of his professional career and his unwavering commitment to the safety and well-being of Los Angeles community. And then in 2008, he became the editor of The Rotator, the LAPD Reserve Corps in-house newsletter. Under his leadership, the publication earned national recognition and numerous awards. He joined the board of directors of the LAPD Reserve Foundation in 2009 and was elected co-president in 2013, serving alongside Carla Amundsen. His leadership was instrumental in modernizing the foundation's efforts in enhancing officer wellness initiatives and advocating for resources such as insurance coverage and recognition programs. In 2019, Michael was honored with a special Lifetime Achievement Award at the Twice a Citizen Gala. It was a fitting tribute to a man who exemplified the very spirit of civic duty. His legacy also includes the creation of the Reserve Office Individual Service Ribbon and the successful development of the Reserve Officer and Volunteers Memorial at the Elysian Park Police Academy campus. Michael Sellers was a visionary leader, a dedicated public servant, and a passionate advocate for the Los Angeles Police Reserve Corps, which truly made him twice a citizen. We honor his memory, celebrate his life, and extend our deepest condolences to his family, friends, and the countless lives he touched. May he rest in peace.
Thank you. Mr. McCosker.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Colleagues, I ask that we adjourn today's meeting in the memory of Mary Jo Grant Walker, a wonderful member of the San Pedro community who passed away peacefully in her home. While Mary Jo lived in San Pedro most of her life, she was born in Minneapolis, Minnesota in 1931, and she graduated from Wayzata High in 1950. She began her professional career as a stewardess for Northwest Airlines before taking up accounting. And it's in 1961 that she decided to move to San Pedro and has had such a profound effect on our community. Mary Jo was known in the community for how involved she was with so many organizations. Some include St. Peter's Episcopal Church, the YWCA, the Salvation Army, the San Pedro Chamber of Commerce, and the San Pedro Bay Historical Society, and so many more. Mary Jo leaves behind a legacy characterized by service and pride, and we are so grateful for the mark that she left on the 1-5. She is survived by her son, a granddaughter, great-grandchildren, and nieces and nephews. And services will be this Saturday, August 23rd at St. Peter's Episcopal Church in San Pedro. And Mary Jo will really be missed. May she rest in peace.
Thank you. Are there any other adjourning motions? To my left? To my right? Seeing no other motions, go out and serve the city. And given what's happening in D.C., let's get out there and protect our democracy. This meeting is adjourned.
We have over 4,000 square feet of space with a collection of over 30,000 items. We act as ambassadors to the rest of the collection for young adults. There may be some teens who are reluctant to approach a librarian in the art department. They are unaware that they can make an appointment and view materials in special collections. And so we'll often be the ones to reach out and help make that connection and introduce them to that collection. The item I brought today is it's a book. It's not rare. It's not unusual. It's called Korematsu v. the United States, World War II Japanese-American internment camps. It's part of a series on important Supreme Court decisions. I chose it because the Supreme Court is in the news a lot right now, and there's a lot of talk about how important it is to choose the right justice. Korematsu v. the United States is an example of what can happen when the Supreme Court goes wrong and how it can have tragic effects on the lives of American citizens. So if a teen came to me and they wanted to know why the Supreme Court mattered, I might choose a book from this series and offer that to them. But the thing I really wanted to point out about this book is that it has this yellow and red YA sticker on the spine. You will find books with the YA sticker on the spine sprinkled throughout the collections everywhere in Los Angeles Public Library system. However, at Teenscape, every single one of our books, all 10,000 of our nonfiction books, all 10,000 of our fiction books, our graphic novels, our manga, everything has this young adult sticker because everything in our collection is dedicated to young adults. We're where students come and learn to be researchers, and I'm really proud of that. Thanks.
start off by saying hello. Hola, konnichiwa, ni hao. We are here to celebrate the Los Angeles that we know, love, and celebrate. My name is Capri Maddox. I am the executive director of the LA City Civil Rights Department, and we fight hate, injustice, and equity on all fronts, on the offensive and defensive. Sure, we'll bring a case against you if you violate someone's civil rights in the private sector areas of commerce, education, employment, or housing, but we will also lift community-based organizations through our participatory budgeting program, where we are in the process of giving out $8.5 million based on votes from community leaders. But we're not going to stop there. And all that's going on in Los Angeles, from the fires to challenges with the immigration crisis in Los Angeles, we are standing up to say we will be on the offensive and not only on the defensive. Sure, we have Know Your Rights partnership with our city departments, particularly a CIFD, but we and others, what we are standing proud today to say